All right, welcome back. This video, I'm going to show you guys, or actually answering a question about margin. Somebody asked me, what is margin? How do I get it? How do you pay it back? So I'm going to go over the details on my margin account that I have with Robinhood. First, let's get into today's outcome. So we are positive 111. The past week, 1384. Let's see, the past month, 3075. 3 months, 4750. Year to date, 10,465. 1 year, 14,661. And overall, it's been great at this point. We're back up 22,876, and it's at 63%. So we were pretty good back in 2021, close to that. So we passed our highest ever right now. So keep it up that way. So, all right, margin is basically money that is lent to you based on the value of your account. So you don't have to turn on margin, but Robinhood does have the option. Most brokers do. Robinhood makes it pretty easy, and the rates are pretty good on the interest that you borrow. So I do have Robinhood Gold, and Robinhood Gold gives you a few perks with I'll show you guys. Here are the perks. So if you want to open an IRA, they give you a match. I don't have that. For margin, right here, they give you $1,000. So the first 1,000 borrowed is interest free. Also, you get the percentage on cash in your account is higher. You get a deposit boost, bigger instant deposits. You get professional research and real-time data. So for me, I pay $5 a month. There it is at the bottom there. You can cancel anytime. So I have gold. So that helps with the uh, margin account that I have. So I'll show you guys margin. So based on the value of my account, margin total right now is 66,501. That's based on everything that I have. When I started, it was much lower, but as I grow the account, the margin total grows. It doesn't mean you need to use all of it. So as you can see, I'm using margin used 20,143. So on the margin that I'm using is what I'm paying interest on. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So I'm going to try to make it simple. So the interest right now, interest rate is 6.25% on the money used, which comes out to be at $3.32 a day. Okay, and that gets billed monthly. So every month they take out whatever that total is. So if I'm borrowing less than 50,000, see with gold you get 1,000 free. The first 1,000 is free. So technically it's on 19,000 and change. So if you're under 50,000 borrowed, it's 6.25. If you go above that, and you guys can see the scale there. So I don't know who the hell has 50 million, but that's insane if you're borrowing 50 million. All right, so that's it. And there's some rules with the margin account. So let me see, settings, here we are. So you can do settings, you can do margin investing. You can even take money out. You don't need to use the money to invest back in. You could withdraw the money if you want. So you can take the money out and put in your account, but you do have to pay interest. So right now, total margin for me is 66,000. Margin use is 20. Margin maintenance. So maintenance means the value of your account needs to be, including your stocks, needs to be at least 22,000 for me. So it's a percentage. So if you go here, margin maintenance, it's a minimum portfolio value. Mine is crypto. I don't have crypto. That you have to maintain before being margin call. So margin call would be if you go under that maintenance number, Robinhood has access to your account and they can sell some of your assets to be within that margin maintenance. So you have to be careful. You don't want to go under that. So they'll let you know. So you have a margin maintenance. You can even set uh, amounts. So I'm not using any options right now because I cashed those out. So Unpaid interest at this point is $6.64. I just paid $111 for last month. I can show you guys that. So let's go here. There it is. Margin interest at yearly interest rate. So it's dropped a little bit, but based on my 20,000, I had about 21. So I paid 111 and 74 cents. That's okay because the money I'm using is paying a lot more interest than that. So that's pretty much it. So margin is money, and you can cancel, you turn it off. Oh yeah, and then the other question was, how do you pay the margin money back? So margin used to 20,000, as you guys can see, it says negative. But to pay that back, you have to deposit money into your cash account. So your cash account, mine is zero because I owe them money. So as you deposit money, it's going to drop into the margin amount due first, and then once that goes to zero, then it starts building up your cash. So if you receive dividends, if I'm going to receive $1,000 in a dividend payment, it's going to go straight to the margin account used or the margin used. So we'll drop that by 1,000. When you go to zero, then you build up your cash, and that's how it pays back. It does it automatically. Every dividend payment that comes in drops into the margin account, but you can use the money again. So let's see if I can show you guys anything else. Oh, if you're going to buy, so there's caps for or settings for different companies. So let's say we're going to buy Exxon. Available right now for me, it's 46,000. Okay, if you guys see it right on the top there, 46,000 that I could use to buy. It's all margin. Now, if you go to another company, for example, like GameStop, which is up and down, they don't let you buy all of it. They only let me buy $23,000 worth because it's not stable and it's riskier. And that's what they do. They do gauge on which one is riskier. So obviously Exxon is not risky. So they'll let you use all of it. But GameStop, only half of it because it's a riskier company, according to them. Okay, it's not mine. So let's say if we even go to Robinhood, which is their company, what do they allow us to use? They allow us to use all of it. They don't think Robinhood is risky. But if we go to like one of these QDTE, this fund, oh, they let me use all of it. Okay, so it just varies. Oops, I don't want to go to data. Okay, guys, what are you doing? We're stuck. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going back. So I think it does show it somewhere here. Margin requirements 100%. Yeah, see buying power 23,000, but if you go to like let's go to JEPI for example, 46,000. So every company is different or ETF is different on how they gauge how much they let you use on your margin account. So one thing to say is be very careful when using margin. Remember, you got to pay the money back. Don't do stupid moves. Don't do stupid options with it where you're going to lose the money because you're going to get margin called and you're in trouble. So be very careful on what you're doing with the margin money. So my goal is use it wisely. If I'm selling puts, it's companies that I know what's going to happen, or predict as much as I can. Remember, you got to pay it back. And for me, I'm trying to pay this back with dividend and options that come in. So most of that money that I'm using there is this company that I bought. So we bought 1,000 shares of this. I am a little bit under right now, 438, but I did receive an $800 payment from them. So technically I'm positive. See, I used 12,000 right there, but received $800 in a dividend payment last month. I should get something else coming up in this next month. I don't know how much it's going to be, but we're hoping at least 1,000 or at least 800. So, all right, guys, hopefully that wasn't too complicated. That's my margin account. That's how you use it. That's how you pay it back. If you guys have any other questions about it, let me know and I'll make another video on something different, whatever you guys want to know. All right, thanks for watching.